Hey, what's up? It's Anthony, here to do another movie review. And yes, this is another film. Once again, who else but John, my friend, would recommend me this? And I wasn't originally going to check this one out. I mean, I would have. But then I was like, you know what? Might as well finish off the film series. So, of course, I'm telling you about another entry in this film series. This is actually, in a way, a sequel and a prequel to this franchise, and I'll explain. So this movie is Hell House LLC Origins, the Carmichael Manor. And you're like, the Carmichael Manor? What does that have to do with the Abaddon Hotel? Well, I'll explain. So, the plot of this film, it really, I have to say this, it's similar, but it's not quite like the same film. It takes place, basically, it's the story about this manor called the Carmichael Manor, of course. And, there was a lot of stuff that happened in 1989. I'm not going to get too deep into it, but there was a accident that happened, and the whole manor is basically cursed. So, Margot and her girlfriend Rebecca document the whole thing to their trip, and the Carmichael Manor is actually pretty close to the Abaddon Hotel. It's in Rockland County, New York, which, literally not that far away from the hotel. So it's their road trip, and then, Margot and Rebecca's road trip to this. And meanwhile, Margot invites her brother, Chase, to this whole thing. And so they go, and it's their whole trip. They have like a little tourist guy that tells them about it, and they go in and they check it out, and it's got a very creepy vibe. Of course, once again, like the other three films, it's also presented in a documentary style. So it's like, oh, this is what happened. And they also show, you know what? I probably won't spoil it, because that's really spoilery-ish. Spoilery-ish? I don't know if that's even a word, whatever. So they show that, and then they go they stay in the manor, and of course the brother comes in, and they're all hanging out, and there's a lot of odd stuff that happens. They hear things, they start to see some things. They're like, what? Why is that there? So, like I said, it sort of acts like a prequel and a sequel. The sequel part being, it has nothing to do so much with the first three films, because it's not taking place at the hotel. It's taking more place in a manor. But it's also a prequel because it's like the events happened 20 years prior to the first film. So you get a whole different story and a whole different, cursed place that happened near where the original took place. So it's kind of weird like that. I thought this was good. It was different. This movie, in many ways actually, was very much a throwback, I thought, to very early found footage films. Like, when I was watching it, especially some parts, in the area where they were filming the cameras, and it was all, I'm not going to spoil anything, but there were parts in it that reminded me a lot of the Blair Witch Project, with the shaky cameras and all that, and the editing and how it all went down. In fact, I would even go as far as to say maybe it wasn't the intention with Stephen Canetti. I think, yeah, Stephen Canetti. I don't know if this was his intention. Maybe it was. That this film was very much inspired, more so, of the Blair Witch Project. And he did a great job giving homage to that film because, you know, that's... I mean, I don't know I don't know how any of others feel about that movie, but I feel that was a really different movie that really was one of its kind, you know. And while there's been many films that have copied it, some good, some bad, depends. You know, all the films that I've been talking about, you know, have been, you know, hits in my opinion. This one feels mostly like that, and it's so good. The actresses that play Margot and Rebecca were really, really good. The guy who played Chase was really good. You know, some of the actors who played some of the Carmichael family, you know, when they were going back with stuff, that was really well done. Story was well done. The atmosphere was really good. I mean, again, takes place in a manor. We've seen this a million times, you know. But again, it's done really well. You know, it almost feels very like tense. When you watch it, you feel really tense, and it has elements in it that almost make you feel very claustrophobic. I'll even go as far to say that. Very claustrophobic and very tense, and yeah, I thought it was good. And it's definitely the most different of all the Hell House films. For sure. 100%. And can I recommend this film? Absolutely. I believe you can watch it on... It was on Shudder. That was where it premiered. It came out last year. By the way, I forgot to mention that. And according to this, as of right now, it was announced last month that there's actually going to be a 5th Hell House film. It's apparently, I don't know if this is the working title right now. It may change, but they're saying it's going to be called Hell House LLC Lineage, and that's supposed to come out in 2025. And I have to say, I'm looking forward to that movie. I'm definitely going to check that out. I don't have a Shudder account, but I may get one. You never know. I know a lot of my horror friends, yeah. Some of them have a Shudder account, so I might get one myself. And yeah, I highly recommend it. Definitely check it out, and yeah, definitely support the film series for sure, because I believe the Hell House film series, in my opinion, are probably, you know, for a genre that's been done to death, and, you know, for the most part, have done, you know, hit or miss, you know. A lot of it hasn't been good. Some of it has been really good. The Hell House films are sort of a film series that really do the whole found footage film thing really well, and I hope they make more, for sure. You know, they've been doing a great job, and I've been really enjoying them. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching my review. Definitely check this movie out, and I will see you in the next movie, whenever that is. Or next movie. I'll see you in the next video, whenever that is. Alright, take care.